Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they trying to me. That's the wrong way, back. Your buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I turn auntie into a I'm in that S5 facing custy, cause can't name that dummy. Trying to slow down my motion. It's ready, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Damn, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Trying to slow down my motion. It's ready, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Damn, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl, all the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, Parker.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the build-up, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
He's still on his feet.
Oh my God, what a truck by Bijan. That was dirty.
Big play there on the catch and run.
That was dirty.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field, and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Robinson, touchdown, Falcons. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Able to connect on the extra point.
See, I couldn't even see that message. If he would have cribbed that, it was GG. I don't know, man. That truck alone was fucking. That was tough. I was running up the field with Bijan. Only one dude in front of me. I trucked him, just fucking flattened his ass, and then kept going. But I got grabbed from behind eventually. I just scored though, so I'm up 7-9.
As it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he's going to get this one across.
I need a better user in this league, though, bro. Like, if I had a better user right there, I could cut back to that. I tried. It's too slow.
The second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Right, exactly, right? He should have. He should have.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. Herbert.
Oh, Justin Simmons picked 6. That shit sailed it right past him, right to you.
A screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Nope.
And this one
Come on.
finds McConkey. And he'll be
Should have
stopped
dropped
well
that shit.
short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete.
Tough.
And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Dobbins. Touchdown, Chargers.
That's a great response here in this 1st quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Nice. Talk to you later.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Ah, come on, cut it up. Let me cut it back on
the
you.
other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-all is the score.
I don't even know what I picked. Fuck.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Yes, bro, I should have just wasted the timeout. I didn't fucking want to run that shit. Should have worked. My line's butt.
They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Oh, you can't hit stick me. Oh, you can't hit stick me. 1st down. That's a first. No way. I'm literally, the whole ball's past the line. Oh my god, bro. You're joking me. No way.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right.
Whole ball is past the line. Challenges in this game are dog shit, bro. They don't work. This shit don't work. If I would have tried it, probably wouldn't even been there.
Is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Herbert now. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 8 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Bro, what is my team doing right there? That's so dumb, bro. Just grab him. My linebacker's faster than fucking Dobbins. Baseball is so much more enjoyable, bro. I gotta get back off this game. Shit is ass. Stressful.
But when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now Herbert going to change the look. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
God, bro, I fucking hate motherfuckers that run the ball all game, too. Super boring.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Nice. Chark on Sauce Gardner and A.J. Terrell. He runs past both of them. DJ Chark.
Touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah,
How many times are you going to try to hit stick me?
Haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he stopped immediately. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Willis to throw. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, here's Willis. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Willis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Willis will look to pass again here.
Oh my God, dog, what a game. I'm in position, go for an ag catch, and the ball teleports past me. That shit, like, got a speed burst as it went through my hands right to him. What a game. What a game.
Pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left.
What a fucking puss, though, for real, bro. Like, you got 45 seconds. Throw the ball.
I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Short throw to Disley. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Whoops.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now it's Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Didn't even realize Troy Anderson became a fucking superstar until just now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, man. And many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
To throw, here's Willis. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ballgame. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
I was trying to the store to get stuff for dinner.
And complete to Drake London. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second
Purple Nurple.
Right at a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at a yard. Willis will look to throw it.
Right now, brother.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
What a dart. High ball. Pitts to the corner. Beauty. Let's go. Right back, baby.
Kyle Pitts, 36 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley.
What? Oh, Justin Simmons, bro. Can you do anything anymore? Like all of a sudden he's a fucking dumb shit.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Herbert.
Oh my god, one of my KOs worked.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
What was that?
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
He's left.
Changing things up. Throwing again.
Oh yeah, it probably was them throwing stuff off.
That's complete to Disley, the tight
Look,
end.
Justin Simmons again. He's a
bot.
bot. He's a bot.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Another run here with Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They'll run up the gap with Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Wet them. Jay.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Willis headed left off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Willis. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the first as he's tackled at the 47.
Willis got to have this one.
He's got a man complete.
Listen, when you're at this point in the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Setting up to be a finish for the ages here. All tied in the final minutes of the Super Bowl as the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Herbert gonna throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
Steps away to his left.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Here's first down. Now Herbert. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. This is first and 10. Throwing, Willis. He's got Mooney. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Here's Willis. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of about 5. That stops the clock, but slow and steady won't win the race at this point.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
113 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's first and 10. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They'll go again with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Herbert going to change the play here. Now a first throw here in overtime. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now they'll audible to something else. Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason. But they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change. Because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we know they need a touchdown here to keep their season going, and on that play, wasting no time to try to push that ball downfield, partner.
Yeah, and even though the season's hanging in the balance on this drive, I don't know what you see, but I don't see any fear in the eyes of this offense. They're dialing up big plays, risky throws. They'll do whatever it takes to match touchdown for touchdown. And in this moment, they need to play the best they have all season, and they certainly appear to be ready to rise to the occasion.
Willis looking to throw it. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
And that's one you might look back on as being a turning point. If he holds on to that, this game's over. But that's going to give this offense a second lease on life, and you can't afford to do that here in overtime.
Now Willis to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust, and you know.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for two and let it come down to one last two-point try.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
So their offense got the touchdown. They needed this defensive stand, and after that play, Charles, they are on the verge of getting that stand and winning this football game.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game now in the playoffs, isn't it? Because now everyone understands with the new rules, your job's not done anymore if you scored that initial touchdown. You've still got to come out and play some defense, and boy, did they ever on that play. Now if they stand tall here on third and long, they'll be one snap away from a postseason victory.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone, but sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Willis to throw.
Touchdown!
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the second overtime now in the Super Bowl.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.
Shook my Now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.